What's going on, everybody? This is Stubbs with the Retro Handhelds podcast and community. I'm here today to start a new little segment. So yeah, I'm going to start doing a show, maybe about 10 minutes every day if I can find time for that. It's tough, life responsibilities, whatnot, but you know what? I'm doing this stuff anyways. I'm already looking up handheld news every day. Why not just do it while I'm on the air? Oh, you know what? Start things out today with our first episode, Maiden Voyage, is look at this. We got some RH stickers in for the first time. These are the RH Legend stickers. So super cool from Sticker Mule. Just got those in. Thank you, patrons, for helping us get these going. Opening up a merch shop pretty quick here, which I'll show off a little bit this morning. And also, we have some handheld news. So let's dive right in. So as you can see, we were on our Instagram here. There's this one coming out. It's making the rounds. You know, I saw Retro Game Core and Retro Cousins and all the handheld news guys talking about this. I'm like, all right. So I went ahead and looked it up. It is called the Logitech GR0006. Of course, we're going to call this the GR0006 for short, because it's a little ugly, right? So it needs like a good strong kind of ugly handheld name. But it does look surprisingly ergonomic. So I like that it has this kind of, I don't know, it has a bezel, yeah, but I like that it has this kind of rounded edges here. And yeah, from the front there, you can see it looks nice. So this is a Corpo handheld, born of a collaboration from Logitech and Tencent, and partnering up with Qualcomm for that SoC. And it's supposed to be used for streaming. So we'll kind of see what that means and how that plays out. But my guess is it's probably going to be pretty decent for emulation. And that's kind of where I'm stoked to see what comes of it. Reported on by 9to5 Google and Lily Pudding. This handheld is obviously leaked on purpose, and I'm sure it's going to come out maybe in the next 6 months. You can see in the back there, it kind of has those grips on the back, which reminds me of this guy. The handheld everyone seems to love to hate, but I happen to adore lately because it's so darn comfy for my hands. So the Win 600 by Anbernic, it has the same kind of bump out idea, similar kind of look. It's almost like this Logitech is a baby offspring of the Win 600 and the unreleased Aya Neo 2. It's the 2, which kind of has that rounded edge. It looks very similar to this. So I recommend kind of checking those out and seeing what you think. Being that this is a Corpo handheld, I'm sure it's going to have lots of testing done. Hopefully it comes out of the factory at a little higher quality than what you see sometimes. But we will just have to see more to come. Now, if you want hard specs in this bad boy, we're going to move over to our Discord here and check out our pins. By the way, always recommend coming into our Discord, which is discord.gg/retro-handhelds, going to our upcoming devices section here and perusing, because this is a great place for news. Specifically, hang out in the other upcoming devices channel, because this one is where you're going to see the latest hotness come in. People love to come in here and just drop in what's new. For instance, here is KHC90, who's showing off some of that specs for this chip that's in the GR0006, the GR0006. So it's got a single core score of 541, multi-core of 1661. Great, fine, whatever. What does that mean to us? I don't know yet, but it's running Android 11, and it is one processor with 8 cores with a 1.8 gigahertz base frequency and almost 4 gigs of RAM. So that's going to line up probably somewhere in Odin territory, Odin Light territory. I'm very interested to see what's going to come of this this bad boy. Moving on to other stuff, you know, we're right around the corner from the X18S. Who else is stoked for this one? You got the X18S in black, and people are like, okay, sure, we've already seen this. It's not a super comfy handheld. It has its flaws. Apparently, this one has clickable L3, R3. Not only that, but supposedly the hinge is a little better. Maybe some upgraded membranes under the D-pad, under the face buttons, so they won't just sit flush with the device when you press on them, and you're not left to put 8 layers of Scotch tape underneath. My good gravy. And also, I mean, clickable L3, R3. I mean, what more do I got to say? Hopefully they also fix thermals. So we will be looking for that one. Speaking of PowKiddy, we also have, of course, the X28. So here's a size comparison between a Switch Lite and an Odin. The X28, you know, it has that speaker symbol down here. It has a 5.5-inch screen. Also coming out by the end of September, I hear. I wish that the corners were a little more rounded, not kind of that hexagonal shape almost. We'll see. You know, I always root for PowKiddy. It always seems like they're the underdog, with Anbernic being on top in classically in the Linux market, but we will find out. Not only that, they also have the Windows variant coming out, the PowKiddy X86. We haven't heard news about that, so we actually have put that down in our graveyard area for right now. Right along with the AOK Zoe, until they fix that D-pad. Got to fix that D-pad, AOK Zoe. And the Miu P60, which is quickly becoming a meme. Miu, what's going on? You know, we'd love to rep your stuff. Give us just a little bit of news, something to nibble on, and we will throw it back into our upcoming devices. That's kind of new. You know, we've already talked about around the server and the community, the Anbernic Mini. This is going to be coming out pretty quick here, taking on the Miu Mini. Let's actually pin this so people can kind of get a look. You know, has 2 SD card slots. It's gonna run an older Android SoC. It has an ATS something or other, and we'll find out more. If they can keep this under $75, great. I think it could be a great competitor if they release it in like 4 or 5 fun colors, because that's key. You know, normally in these higher end handhelds, less SKUs. But in the lower end handhelds, give us like 40 SKUs, like 40 colors to pick from. They're just so darn cute. We can customize them. You know, I have just a pile of Miu Mini face buttons to speak to that, which it's whatever. So there's that. Neo, more and more news coming out about that every single day. Here we have what is this? Not the Neo Air Pro. This is this is the 2, right? The Neo 2, which is a thick boy, real thick, but I mean, it looks cool, and I hope it's comfortable. And we will kind of see there. I'm still waiting on my Air Lite to show up, so I'm gonna see how that goes with its hour-long battery life or so. But I look forward to what Aya does next. So they are releasing a lot of devices right now. The Air Plus should be next. And I did talk to their marketing people, and we might have one coming to review. So that would be stoked to show that to you guys sooner than later. Beyond that, you know, GPD Win 4, GPD Win 3, pretty decent, but no one liked that slide out handheld candy bar thing. So now we have an actual fully real buttons on this bad boy. We don't have that touch membrane buttons. So I'm excited for that. It looks like a Vita, basically, just a big Vita. And, you know, the Fox was talking about this when we had him on the show. And he was stoked to have more slide outs like this in that candy bar style. So let's see what GPD does there. Loki is quickly becoming a meme with rumors coming up of fake news. Are they actually going to release anything more than the Odin? I don't know. I think they'll release at least a couple of those SKUs, but time will tell. We'll talk more about that on the longer form podcast. That's kind of that. What else can we really show you guys? And let me know what you want to see and what you want to know and talk about in these little segments, because I'm going to try to do these every day just for funsies and kind of show you what's new in the handheld world. Mr. Sujano, he's all about his fighting sticks. And fighting games, 8BitDo launched their new Ultimate Controller. Thanks, Dodo, for the update on that. all kinds of stuff. We can get deep in our Twitter feed here. Russ was showing off his INEO Pro battery testing. I guess he got an hour and hour and 10 minutes Pro, which makes me glad I didn't buy a Pro. I got the Lite because I think I can probably get around just under that with the Lite, which is fine for me for my lower end gaming. That's cool. Some other news today. We have Sujano was talking about how AYN and Retroid are the same company. I'm not going to speak on that just yet because there's more details to be gone over there. So we will we'll see. I think it's no surprise that they're definitely affiliated and related. How closely? Well, it seems more and more all the time that they are. So that's fine. I want to point out that the Retro Tech Dad is a new player on the scene. He is doing just a fantastic job covering handhelds lately. He did one of the XP Plus Win 600, and today he showed off some great accessories for the Win 600, which I definitely picked up a few of these because, as you can see, mine already has those green Skull & Co. joystick risers. I did a larger riser for the left and the shorter one for the right. These help this device immensely for FPSs. And I'm going to sound like a shill, but it's just so damn comfortable to use for platformers. I'm playing Klonoa a lot on it right now. So there's that. And AliExpress, yeah, a lot of e-waste hitting here lately, but that's fine. RGB10S has a black model out. I've been looking more at these arcade sticks lately, so that's kind of coming up in my feed. Russ kind of got me hooked on that with his Kinhank video, which, by the way, everyone, public service announcement, if you didn't know, Kinhank, the non-SD card version, is just a fight stick. It's just the arcade stick. It's not an SoC. Nothing's inside of it. So make sure to buy one at least with the 64 gig memory. Otherwise, you're just going to get a controller, which looks similar to an 8-bit do, but a little bit more expensive. So, yeah, getting into that. Got some Sanwa custom buttons here, multicolored, to try that out, get the kids into gaming. I'm excited to share more about that. RH merch. So this isn't live quite yet, but we do have an RH merch store that Thor and I are putting together for everybody. And along with the Game of the Month merch that Thor prints himself, we're going to have this extra store if people would like to get mouse pads or posters or coasters or stickers, shirts, what have you. Make it all RH all the time. Good times, fun times, happy times. As far as deals in gaming today, you can get free this week Ring of Pain on the Epic Game Store. I'll highlight some more gaming deals as I find them. But that's one. Another great place to see those deals would be in our Discord. If you go over to this little Gaming Deals channel, and this is a live feed where a bot pulls in all the different gaming deals across the internet at any given time. All sorts of good stuff. Everybody likes Ninja Turtles. With that, I think that about wraps it up for episode 1 of Update with Stubbs. Help me come up with the name. It's going to be called something. And I'll keep showing you what's what. And we'll talk handhelds tomorrow. I want to do a little segment on the XP Plus, as well as some more custom accessories for Mii Mini. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.